everyone, welcome to the next video in my Aranea cosplay series. Today we're going to work on the wig. I did not film the coloring process, which I'll talk about a little bit later, or the realignment of the ponytail, but basically what I did was just put it back up into a nicer shaped ponytail since it kind of had a little bit of bag head when I got it. But here I have sectioned off the ponytail and am just straightening it with my straightener and a comb. I sectioned it off with little rubber bands so that way they would stay separated and nicely formed. But basically what I'm doing is going in with these skinny leather strips and just hot gluing them around the tiny ponytails in the shape that I see in my reference photo. I just apply a thin line of hot glue all the way down, wrap the top part around the elastic, and then twist it the rest of the way around. And once I've gotten the strip around the back, I just take my scissors out and I snip it off. It's as simple as that. This was the only simple part of this wig that I've managed to put together. I have learned that I dislike ponytail wigs and will definitely shy away from any cosplays that I use them in the future, but it's good to know that I finally mastered it. I think it looks pretty good. It's still a little lumpy there, but it's the best I can do, and honestly it looks a little bit better once it's on my head instead of the wig head. But yeah, I ordered this wig from Arda. It was either a Jasmine or a Jeannie. I can't remember which one I got. And yeah, here I am just showing you the little leather that I used. Back to the wig style that it was, sorry. It was a Jeannie or a Jasmine in the color Ash Blonde. Now, some of the reference photos I see of her, she's blonde, some of them she has gray hair. I thought the Ash Blonde would work, but when I got it, it was definitely a little bit too kind of yellowy for what I was looking for. So I used the acrylic ink and alcohol spray bottle dye method, and I really did not like it. It came out kind of patchy. The texture of the wig got really dry. I've used the Sharpie method before, which I kind of thought would be the same type of thing, and it was, the results were wonderful, but I thought I would try a different method this time around, and I really just didn't care for it. But the color is pretty good. I kind of like how it came out. And I didn't wind up using really using the ponytail attachment that came with the wig, just because I felt like once I repositioned the ponytail to be a little bit higher up, I found that there was enough of the fiber there that I really didn't need to add that really long ponytail and use any additional weight on the back. Now I am going to repurpose that ponytail a little bit later on, but for now I'm just going to continue on and glue and flat iron and wrap and glue and flat iron and wrap until I've gotten all of my tiny little ponytails together and basically kind of in the same location, so that way they make a nice little cohesive ponytail family. I bought this little bag of leather scraps at Hobby Lobby for $3.99, and I actually got a ton of stuff in there. I didn't really want to use real leather, I just didn't really feel like that was necessary, but it was way less expensive than buying artificial or vegan leather. So, sorry animal lovers, it is real leather, but I am going to go ahead and wrap it around all those little ponies. Also, at the base of the ponytail, up at the top there, you can kind of see I wrapped a strip of grosgrain ribbon and made a little grosgrain bow that I hot glued to the top of it. So once I got the ponytail where I wanted it to be, I just hot glued the ribbon all around it and then attached the little bow to the very top. And we're just wrapping up the last one there, and you can kind of see how it looks. I'm actually really thrilled with how the little ponytails came out. Kind of in love with them, not gonna lie. And there's the bow I was talking about. Okay, now we're gonna work on styling the bangs in the front. What I did was just brushed everything forward. She has kind of a part on her left-hand side so that the hair goes over to the right. So I'm just going to kind of eyeball that for right now. But what I did after I got most of my hair out of the way was I popped the wig on my head, brought it to a mirror, and used these tiny little elastics to mark approximately where I wanted to cut the hair. So that way once it's actually on my head, it's not too long or too short. It's kind of hard to tell where it's going to fall on this wig head, which is not the actual size of my head. So I'm just going to go in and trim. I need to thin it out a little bit because there is a lot of bangs here and we don't want it to be super chunky, but once I thin it out, I'm going to go in with my tacky glue and just kind of spike them based off of the reference photos that I'm using. I like using hairspray, but I prefer tacky glue for anything that I really don't want to ever move again. And then I'm just gonna go in, because I didn't have any rollers, with some spools of thread to keep the shape where I want it to be. Sorry, it's a little blurry there. Oh, and we're back. Again, there's a big chunk of bangs here, so we definitely want to make sure we're thinning this out, otherwise it looks too heavy and kind of weird. I'm just working my way around and continuing to shape it. And then the rest of the bang I'm going to really thin out even more and then just kind of spray over to the side. Now the bangs look a little bit long on the wig head here, but like I mentioned, once it's actually on my head, they fall right to the top of my eyebrows where I want them to be. Okay, and that's pretty much it. I've got those side pieces that I'm just going to trim a little bit more. What I did do was along the bottom hairline, I cut up that ponytail weft and sewed it in along the bottom of the hairline because you could see my hairline sneaking out from underneath. So I just kind of trimmed some pieces, put them on there, and that's pretty much the wig. I think she came out really nicely. I have to kind of tuck that under, just pretend like you don't see that. But that's my Aranea wig. I hope you guys enjoyed watching it, and I'll see you next time. Bye, everyone!